So a few years ago, I wrote a book called "The Value of Goals." The Value of Goals. It was around 2019, just right before the pandemic hit, and I never did anything to promote it or teach on it. So I just wanted to do just a small series or teaching class about it. Why why goals matter? Does it matter to have them? Does it matter to have goals, right? So uh, why I want to answer those questions. What do goals bring in my life? What do goals bring in my life, right? um, are they beneficial to my life, or I can just live and just take it a day at a time? Is having goals going to enhance my life? Is it going to give me an edge over somebody who doesn't have goals, who just goes by the fly, right? So those are some of the questions I want to answer in these next few videos that I want to do. Talk about the book. The book is called The Value of Goals by Massimo Morisa. It's on Amazon. You can purchase it on Amazon. The hardcover or on Kindle, you'll find it. It's on there. So I wanted to just delve into, have some content and just delve into some teaching on the value of goals. So the value of goals, does it matter to even have them, right? Do they bring any value in my life? So without any further ado, I'm just gonna jump in there and let's try and do chapter one. Chapter one. Let's talk about, I'll show you something here. I'm just using my little girl's board here for those of you maybe who are visual like me. So I'll just put some 2 points that I have. It's not a very big book, but I hope that this may add some value to your life. So number one, chapter one talks about goals. Goals create boundaries. Goals create boundaries. So does it matter to have boundaries in life, right? Does it even matter that I have boundaries, or I can just live any way I want, right? That's the question you need to answer for yourself. So my first submission, chapter one, talks about that goals create boundaries, and boundaries are just those things that let somebody know that I begin here, and this is where I begin. Let me write it down. Boundaries lets you know where you begin and where you end, right? Where you end. So boundaries help us to determine this is where I begin and this is where I end. And they help us as well to stay disciplined, to stay disciplined. So if you're going to achieve your goals, you have to be somebody who's very disciplined. So goals help you to have boundaries, and boundaries lets you know this is where I begin and this is where I end. And boundaries help you to stay disciplined, right? To stay disciplined. Let's go to stay disciplined. If I can ever write here, help us to stay disciplined, right? And goals give us what I call parameters. Parameters, a parameter that this thing, you can only write in this book, in this black thing. That's the parameter, right? You can't write on the wood. So the parameter is just this space. So goals give you parameters in life. They help you to be able to say, I'm not gonna indulge in this thing. I'm not gonna binge on Netflix because I need to stay disciplined on my practice or my training. Because if I spend all my time watching movies, then I won't have time to practice, and I won't be able to achieve my goals as an athlete. So they give you parameters that this is where I begin, this is where I end, and I do this. I start here and I end here. They define your parameters based on the goals that you're trying to achieve in life. So that's it. That's chapter one. It's not a very big book, so go to Amazon if you're looking for it. It's called The Value of Goals by Massimo Morisa. But we talked today about goals create boundaries and keep you in check. So we're gonna continue again when we go to chapter 2, and we'll be just delving into why you need goals in your life. Thank you for jumping in. If you enjoyed the content, subscribe, share it. Take care. It's Masimba.